Okay, what's up, guys? I'm about 2.5 minutes into cardio, 30 minutes today. Um, yeah, just out here with my dog. He's out here breathing heavy. I might have to open the door for him. Yeah, I can reach it if I lean back. But yeah, no, just out here doing cardio with the dog. He's being a bean, and I'm just sitting here dying the huge. But no, just came on here talk with you guys about the topic, which is which is going to be, well, I tried to post yesterday, but thank goodness a couple people texted me and let me know the audio didn't come through apparently. So I said I'll just record the whole video because I can't find the audio. It is what it is. But yesterday's video was a topic over why I chose bodybuilding over powerlifting. And there's a lot of different reasons why, a lot of different reasons, not why I chose it, but why I like one and the other, and why they're both different. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm more into overall lifting, so it's hard to be in love with one more than the other. But if I had to choose, it would most likely be bodybuilding, because when I was growing up, I say that like I'm super old, which I am in my late 20s, so pretty old. Can't do the Donald Trump because I'm getting that old. But but what I was gonna say, what I'm saying is, though, I had to choose between one and the other. I have to go with bodybuilding because when I was younger, and I won't even say like super young, but like prepubescent teen, I was. He's eating grass. He's gonna throw up. Gosh darn it! But when I was a prepubescent teen, I was very into that kind of sphere. Like powerlifting wasn't a thing to me back then. It was just lifting weights and watching Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, whole videos of them for Bow the Olympia, and then Cut Above the Rest, I think, and then Ronnie Coleman, The Unbelievable. I was watching those kind of videos on YouTube back then when they first started posting videos like that. And Sean Ray was a big inspiration, along with oh, the bodybuilders of that time, the Dennis Wolfs, the Juan Morales. I really liked him. Dallas McCarver was a big one. There's so many. Phil Heath, of course. Kai Green. The list can go on. I keep looking because I keep smelling something really good, and I'm hungry. Haven't got my next meal in yet. Do it after cardio. But yeah, all these different bodybuilders I was watching, and then I was more obsessed with wrestling. But wrestling wasn't a. I found wrestling after I found lifting, and lifting has always been there for me. The gym's always been there for me, so I would always kind of gravitate towards lifting weights more than I would anything else. But going into that, I couldn't really decide on what I wanted to do in life besides wrestle. Like, wrestling was like all I really had at the time. So all I really did was think about the next thing for wrestling. And lifting didn't take a back burner, but I didn't lift like I wanted to. He's gonna throw up. I think I just heard him gag. You guys gonna see a dog throwing up on camera because he's a dork. But yeah, so I like never really pursued anything in that sort of such as bodybuilding because I don't know, I just wasn't really a reason not to. I just thought wrestling was going to take me farther for some reason. When in reality, I just wasn't that great of a wrestler. I mean, I've been to the national tournament, but I was a D2 wrestler, so, and I've done well at the national tournament, but I've never won it. I never even made the finals. Best I ever did was third. So, not bad, but it's D2. No one cares. No one really cares. I can tell a high school kid that, and I've seen so many high school kids glazed over face, just they don't care. If I would have said I'm a D1 wrestler, that's all I would have had to say, and they would have been like, that's crazy. This guy's tough. It's just the thing with kids. I was like that. I didn't care if you were a D2 wrestler. I was like, oh, I probably could beat this guy. Couldn't, but in my head I would think that, or I think it's just because he's older. But yeah, so wrestling kind of just like took over, and I was kind of just doing that for till within the last 3 years. But that whole time I was still lifting. That though I did find powerlifting, so I did start doing powerlifting. Probably I started lifting powerlifting style probably closer to my first couple years of college, 2018, 2019 years. So like not the very beginning, but at beginning mid part, I started delving into that powerlifting lifestyle, powerlifting stuff. But I still liked hypertrophy training because I wanted to just look. I didn't just want to be strong. I wanted to look strong. I wanted to look jacked, beach muscles. But I was also naturally functionally strong too, so it worked out in my favor. Now, follow that on, went through my whole collegiate powerlifting / wrestling career. I think I've qualified every year for powerlifting nationals. I think the best I ever did was 12th out of something. So it wasn't bad, but that was like my best ever. And no, because I think that they still would be a placing point. So I was thinking right outside of placing. But yeah, so I was also pretty well off in powerlifting for being 1 foot in wrestling, 1 foot in powerlifting. And then really behind the scenes, I just wanted to lift weights and get huge. Hell, when my coach told me in college to go up a weight class, I was like, bet I'll get huge now. Was it the best? No, I was kind of just eating whatever and saying, oh, I'll wrestle and lift it off, which is true. A lot of times you do that. I mean, I got to like 220, I think my super senior year because of COVID, got the extra year. But graduated college and did powerlifting for the last few years, but I switched over to more of a power building. So my coach would send me for powerlifting a program and I would add on to it. Or I would take the accessories and make them into hypertrophy training and do lots of hard sets. He's just flopping around, making me nervous the way he's flopping around. But yeah, I just do very hard sets. And I don't know, it's just, I couldn't get away from that, wanting to do that bodybuilding lifestyle. I would diet every year for wrestling, and it was just all around just something I just like knew I wanted to do deep down inside. So fast forward to 2023, so about 2 years ago, around this time, probably close to the beginning of 2023, I had a hernia, and got surgery. And after that, I was in powerlifting for a while, and I said, you know what, screw this. I took 3 months off from powerlifting, just did bodybuilding, and I felt exhilarated because powerlifting, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it's something about like this volume sets of taking a compound lift like that, not doing it for like 5 to 8 for volume, doing it for sets of 10 to 12 of volume with weights that I was hitting for powerlifting for my sets of 5 and 8 for like weird, like, dude, for a pause rep. Well, now I'm doing it for pause reps for 12. So my legs are still sore from that day. They're sore most days though. So now lead that into this year. I did at the beginning of the year. I said I want to find a show. I want to do a bodybuilding show this year. I'm tired of not ever indulging my curiosity of doing it. I want to try it. I'm a cheapskate, so I'm making myself put myself through it, through the diet, through these cardio sessions, and just really pushing myself. Because in my head, if I got a coach, I still might towards the end of this, depending on how I'm looking and if I think I need that extra push from someone, or maybe a peaking process towards the last 4 months, 4 weeks, low calories. Sometimes mixed words, but who's he barking at? Okay, he just barked and walked away. But yeah, no. So I just really wanted to get on here and tell you guys, like, bodybuilding's always been there in the back of my mind for a long time. So this isn't really me choosing bodybuilding over powerlifting. I told myself in the beginning of this year I wanted to do it, and so I'm going to stick to my word. And that's a big thing wrestling taught me, just overall being disciplined and having good parents growing up. They just tell you, you say you did do something, whether it's to yourself or to someone else, make sure you do it. So, and I don't know how far I'm going to take it. We're going to see how good I look. In fact, I think I sent some sign up for this show, and for the NPC, I saw that there's a Mark Max Muscle Invitational 2025 this year, and the end line date is the end of this month. So thinking the 31st this month, I'll see how lean I am. They'll put me about 4 weeks out from the other show, and for 4 weeks out from the peak week at least, and we'll see how lean I am. Hopefully I'm close to that 10%. I can win the Mark Max Muscle Classic and use some of that money to help afford this show. I do have money for it, but I save up. But still. But yeah, so, and then, so when I tell you guys I've always wanted to do this, it wasn't like I just want to try something new. It's not that I want to try something new. It's something I wanted to try for a long time. I've been putting on the back burner and on the shelf for way too long. And so now I want to fully indulge in this. Not saying I won't come back to powerlifting. Not saying I won't do a meet here and there. I won't probably be prepping for meets anymore. But I always keep the power lifts in. Trade out deadlifts for other things. I mean, I'll keep deadlifts in the off season, but preps, no, probably not. Stiff legs, I would, but no more pulling 600 pounds for reps. I need to cool it on that when I start working to get this lean. But let's see if it's recording. Sweet. So it did charge. Okay, good. That was the last video. Didn't record because the volume of this mic died. But yeah, that's the gist of this video. And on other notes, the show, I've decided between the November and the December show, I'm going to probably do the December one. Give me more time. But you all probably could guess that through me saying I want to join the Mark's Max Muscle Invitational 2. So I want to do both. So I want to do keep that not on the back burner, but like keep that in there too. But if I say that and I tell you the end date is the 31st, and they'll put me at 4 weeks out from the peak week. Well, you kind of go, well, that's definitely not the November one because that's only like a couple weeks after that. But yeah, so that's the gist of this video. That's like the 5th time I said that. Well, my heart rate's at, let's check. It's probably gonna be well over 100. Yeah, it is. I think close to 120. So kept it over 110 for this last 20-ish minutes. But that'll be it for this video. Just explaining why and that it's not the end for me powerlifting. Just gonna be me beginning my bodybuilding. So see you guys in the next video. Hopefully be a full day of eating now that I found this cool tripod. But you guys remember to stay juicy. Twinks.